Hello, everybody. Happy Father's Day. I'm a dad, and I know some of you guys are too. Here are some of my offspring. Come up and say hi into the microphone.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
What's your name?
Kendra.
Come on up, Kyra.
Hi, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. This is Kyra.
So for any of you guys that's followed me forever, ever, you'll remember I brought my two girls on when they were like 3 and 4 years of age. And I said, what's the difference between bullish and bearish? And do you remember that at all?
Oh, yeah.
If it's bullish, what direction is the market going?
Up.
And if it's bearish, which way is it going?
Down.
That's right.
It's about the animal's attack.
That's right. That's how you remember it?
Uh-huh.
So come up and explain that to everybody here, how you can remember bullish and bearish.
All right, so when a bull attacks, it throws people in the air. And when a bear attacks, it attacks to the ground. So that's another difference between up and down.
Perfect. All right, thanks, girls. Thanks, girls. All right, so let's get after it. Warning, warning, warning. I've said this the last 12 years, every time the markets broke down, the markets keep going higher. However, is this time different? Can you guys see the ring? I got a new light. It's a ring light. You can see it in my glasses. This time, is it different? I don't know. Will I say warning and the markets will do nothing but go upward? Maybe. Maybe. I'll start off with this before I get into technical analysis. It is hard for the markets to have a significant drop to the downside when the Fed is pumping money into the market. Interest rates are near zero. They keep shoveling money into the markets here in the U.S. There's no more arrows in its quiver. What will they do next? Can they do anything? Or will inflation take over? Your comments below. Are we destined for hyperinflation? Is that even something we can even fathom? But your comments below would be good. Here is a really important question for everybody right now. Mindset. How important is the mindset of a trader? From 1 to 10, give me that number. Far as mindset, the mindset of a trader, how important is that in your trading and your trading success? From 1 to 10, 10 being nothing is more important than that. 1 being it's something I never even thought of and I don't care about. All right. 5 is I'm on the fence and I don't know. So that's where we're at. That's the question. But I'm going to say this. Technically speaking, based off of what I'm seeing right now, I'm going to build a great argument for using TA, technical analysis, or charting on why I am saying warning. Let's jump into it now. Friday was this big, nasty, bloody day. First, I'm looking at the spiders. The S&P 500 ETF, exchange traded fund, called the spider SPY. You can trade that. You can invest in this. Spider is what I'm looking at here. Friday was a nasty bloodbath, down nearly 2%. Guys, Thursday, Wednesday. Wednesday was the problem. Let me explain it. Wednesday, we closed under a major trend line. When that happened, bad news. Thursday, we stutter step. We go sideways. Friday, there it released. It dropped. This is on the daily chart on the S&P 500. The question is, what does the weekly have? If you look at the weekly, this was problematic. Guys, look how we support. This line on the weekly chart has been support going back to March 2020. Right here, October 2020. Right here, a bunch into 2021. Okay, the beginning of 2021. And then again at the mid part of 2021. If I go to a line chart, you'll see it even better. Look at this. Look at this. Support. This drop broke support. If you go to a candlestick chart, bam, bad news. Guys, bad news. This is not good. We have a support line here. If you look, if I go here and I bring a support line this low, right there. Do you see that? That low right there? I'm going to actually Put it right. I want it right on there, right on the close, right on the close. Look where we're at, guys. We're right at it. We're right at that close. Guys, if we go lower than this week, could we rally back like we did here, where we go down, 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 we touch this 20-week moving average, and we rally back? Could that happen? The answer is yes. It did on these 2 weeks. Could it do it again? Yes. The problem is it's on the wrong side of this trend line. That is the fundamental difference here. This is a major warning. This could be the top of a major drop to the downside. Will it be immediate? Will it happen fast? It could. It absolutely could. Or could it be a slow bleed to the downside for some time now due to the economic issues that we have with the debt being so high, deficit still increasing, and the fact that the Feds don't have any more ammo to throw at this market to keep it inflated? Because it's going to be hard for the markets to crash and burn if the Feds are pumping money into this market. And they plan on doing that all through 2021. So I think the Feds will come in and save this damage. This damage that we're seeing right now, Feds will come right back in and perhaps save the day. But it is simply putting Band-Aids on a major leak in the ship. It's just temporary, guys. Temporary. But look at the weekly there. If I go here, go back to the daily, here are the diamonds. The diamonds there. Again, major trend line broken right here. Broken on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Big drop. NASDAQ, though. NASDAQ, tech stocks, relative strength. Remember, NASDAQ had relative weakness. Now it has relative strength. It's doing okay, but as long as it stays above the moving average, that's great. I think it might be short-lived. The small caps, Russell 2000, Friday broke a trend line. If you look at this trend line goes back here in March 2021, April 2028. Found support right here. You can see this, but then it broke it. Guys, this is bad news. There's nothing you can say about this not being bad news. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Look at this. What happened on Tuesday? So Wednesday, again, it broke this trend line. Thursday, Friday breaks that trend line too. Guys, this is the Russell 2000. It is dropping with some conviction. Warning, warning, warning. This is bad news. There's nothing good about this. Financials, Thursday, gave up the ghost. Thursday gave up the ghost. Down here, support. Bam! Thursday, Friday, we're just dropping. Bad news. Let's look at the weekly chart on this. Hold on. I'm going to go to the weekly chart on this. Weekly chart on... This is the spider. We already talked about that. Diamonds, weekly chart. We broke a big support line this. So last week we broke this support line. This week we broke that trend line. Now we're at the 20-week moving average. Will it break down? The last time we even touched the 20-day moving average was back here October 2020, guys. So we big time weakness out there. NASDAQ, though, doing okay. But we have a spinning top after our run to the upside. We're at resistance. If we show any weakness, it could come in this week. Let's see if that happens. The Russell's 2000, guys. Here's the Russell's 2000. This week we came up, hit its head. See this resistance area? Hit its head, come crashing back down. We're back down below the 20-week moving average. We have this trend line that needs to hold. Guys, all eyes should be on the weekly chart on the Russells. If we do not hold this, if we break that area and we stay below this next week, look for this market to continue to bleed out into this area of support. Let's see if that happens. Here is the financials. Guys, the markets are only as strong as the financials there to support it. What we have is a systematic breakdown of the financials. The banks are dropping and dropping hard. Last week, we had a nice little drop breaking that trend line. I think we even talked about that on the video. I don't recall. I think we did. That is bad news. This week, as expected, go back to that video and watch this. 100% chance, because I did weeklies charts only last week. I would have looked at this. Look at that video and tell me what was said during that time of the video versus what we're seeing today, this past week on the financial markets. XLF is the biggest ETF, exchange traded fund, on the NASDAQ banks, guys. This is big group. And it had a sizable breakdown. The 20-week moving average acting as support. The last time we even touched it was back here, October 2020. Again, big drop, a trajectory going down. I don't like this. This shows a lot of people getting out. Yeah, it's not a good sign. U.S. dollar, major spike on the U.S. dollar. That is putting, this is on the weekly chart, guys, weekly chart. A big pressure on commodities. You're going to see a big hit on gold, silver, and stocks as a whole. Big drop on the weekly chart. Silver, big drop, as I said, commodities. Gold, big drop. And it breaks a trend line. Are you kidding me? Go to the line chart. Let's hone in. It broke it. See this? It broke it, guys. Weekly chart. That's not good. Let me make sure this line is spot on. It is, guys. It is. Weekly chart. Bad news for gold. Bad news for gold. It's okay. Let's see. VIX. This is the VIX weekly. And we break over a trend line on the VIX. If I go to the candlestick so you can see it. Wow. Look at this. Let me see. I'm going to go to a line chart. Oh, I'm right there at it. Let's put it right there, okay? And go back in time. Look at this. Boom. And we were up over it and over all the major moving averages. The VIX, if you don't know what it is, the fear indicator. This only goes up when the markets go down. The fear has increased dramatically. We're now over 20 at the time of this video. Let me go back to the daily chart. Nope. Let me go back to the daily chart. This daily chart on XLF. Thursday come crashing down Friday. This is what a bloodbath looks like on a daily chart on financials. This is not a good thing. Rising wedge, we came up, we get a jab, we come back down and just crash and burn after that jab. Those jabs are really important if you can learn those. The mentorship will teach that to you. Take the 301s. Talk to John, our coach, and just say, hey, I want to know more about the 301. 301 is what you want to hear about. But that jab will tell you that there's significant troubles out there in the markets, and that's what we got, and that's what happened. That is a bloodbath on a daily chart. Not good news, guys. Now, we're so extended to the downside, expect a rally, but it's a short-term rally if we get it. Short-term is what's expected. Now, unless the Fed comes swooping in, dumping a ton of money into it, it'd be a V-bottom. This V-bottom will just go it'll go down and go up, all the way back and make new highs. Why? Artificially. You keep putting money into something, it's not going to crash and burn. And that's going to come at a big price for us here in America. Just mark my words on that. A big price. So any sound-minded, sober-minded individual should know that that is problematic, okay? You can't just keep spending and then cranking out your own money and assume you're going to stay a viable entity. It doesn't happen in the business world. I'm a businessman. I own businesses. It's not a viable way of doing business. Our leaders need to get their heads out of their rumps and turn things around. We need to be fiscally responsible. Quit spending, less spending, smaller government. We have to have that. This government will suffocate us. So, yeah. So there it is. I threw a lot at you guys. Overall, if you haven't done so yet, answer the question, mindset, the importance of a mindset in trader. 1 to 10, give me that. Your thoughts on inflation. Do you think I'm smoking wacky weed, or do you think that I have a point with the fiscal damage that I think that we're creating here in the U.S.? So those are my thoughts for you, okay? There's an app. If you don't have the app, you can get it online. Discord, like D-I-S-C-O-R-D, Discord. If you're not on Discord, or if you are on Discord, look for Grok Trade, G-R-O-K, Grok Trade. What does Grok mean? Sounds like a caveman, right? Grok means, look it up, it means to know something so well you have an intuitive understanding of it. If you grok something, you have an intuitive understanding of it. Grok your trading. That's what we named it, Grok Trade. So if you're not on Discord yet, look for Grok Trade, sign up. There's a big discussion taking place on that channel right now on the mindset and what we're doing. A lot of people are sharing the different trade setups that they're seeing. If you are having a hard time finding out what to trade and what setups are tradable, go to Discord, get plugged into that. That'll help you. It's there. It's all a free service. Let me say that. A lot of people think that if I offer something, there's some fee associated with it. Maybe that's everybody else. But do you know if you go to freeonlinetradingeducation.com, I'll say it slowly, freeonlinetradingeducation.com, world's longest URL. There's all this free content on there. Take the 101s. Go through the 101s, free trading tutorials. Go to the chart school. Do you know in the chart school, if you go to the indicators and oscillators, I give you a live chart to look at, and you can put in you can put in Apple, Twitter, you can put in any stock you want and look at the indicator and what it's showing you for that stock at that time. Super cool, right? No one knows that. So all this stuff is free. We're here to help you. But if I were you, if I were in your shoes right now, I would get Discord. I'd look for Grok Trade. I would get plugged in and engage. Don't be a lurker only. Say, engage. If you have an opinion on something, if you like what somebody says, put a like on it. Engage, put a comment. The people who engage start to connect and you become friends, and now you're not trading out there on an island by yourself anymore. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Much love to you. Take care and have a great week of trading. We'll see you.